Hey, YT. We are back again at the rather tiny workbench here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna name it that. It is tiny. We're back again with another grave raver here. It is a mummy. But this time we're going up here in the top mech, not the bottom one this time, because the gear is rather pretty bad up here. It does work, but it makes a bunch of noise and it ticks really loud. I'll show you that here. Yeah, we don't want that to happen, and it does get stuck a few times as well. So we're gonna replace that gear, and you can kind of see it right there. That's our replacement gear. So getting in here, you're gonna have to like open up the character, and I already have it opened right here. It's stitched together. This is easier on like the mummies and the skeletons, really. The other characters, like the ghosts, the witches, the Frankensteins, devils, they have like clothing. They have like clothing on them, and it's sewn on differently. So it might, maybe for some people, it might be a little bit more difficult to get in. But skeletons and mummies is just straight like this. I know it's a little too far cut up right there, but what are you gonna do with stitching? Anyways, so after you like cut it open, this is what you're gonna see really. That right there is the lever that makes the head move up and down. And you're gonna wanna like, this is mainly for the mummy. You're gonna wanna take it off up here. There's this moving headpiece here. Take the arms out here. Older versions of like the skeletons, and like not just the skeletons, but like older grave ravers from like 2009, 2010. The arms are like zip tied on. Same with the heads, but like that's on all the other grave ravers. There's a zip tie that goes around the neck and holds the head on. So you might want to cut that, but the mummy doesn't have it. Yeah. The newer models of grave ravers from like 2011, they stopped putting zip ties around the hands, so you can just slide the fabric right out like this. There's one hand, or one arm. There's the other arm right there. There's a little mechanism. Funky looking thing, huh? Yeah. We're getting in here. This is loose right here. I think the screw's not very well, but there's a belt in there. That is not the original belt. I might have replaced it one time. And whatever belt I replaced it with looks pretty loose. So that might need to be changed. Right now we're getting to the gear. So I want to take that belt off first. Let's see how like it's not stretched, I guess it's just a little too big. Yeah, you can close that if you want to. This is the side we're getting in, because it has the screws in. You're gonna have to take this arm out right here. And this is gonna be a little bit kind of complicated. There's like more pieces they have to remove. and then the bottom mech here. So you're gonna take the screw out right there. This is going to allow you to slide the arm out. Don't forget to have a screw tray. Definitely don't forget to have a screw tray. And be careful with the wires right there, because that's some motor wires. Does this piece come off? Yeah, that piece is not coming off, so I'm just going to be careful here. Has like slides right here. You can see there's gear right there. That's what makes the arm move. Same on the other side too. Oh, there we go. There's that gear. Set the arm aside right now. There's another screw right here that holds this little piece on, this ring piece. Also gonna want to take the screw off. Okay, so this won't come off unless you get the gear off here, so you want to take a flat head here and maybe get behind here, like push it off. Not that hard, it just comes out like that. Just make sure you never lose any of these pieces at all. So now you can take this ring off, set that aside. Now the head lever piece comes off right here, and okay, I should have said this at the beginning, but like these right here, there's little like ring pieces here that hold these shafts in. You're gonna want to like take those off. Now this is kind of difficult to do. This can be kind of difficult, but you can use like a plier like this. You're gonna probably end up damaging them, like guaranteed damaging them, to get these off. And this probably will take a little bit as well. I can push that, maybe push it out here. You're pushing these out, you're gonna want to be pretty gentle as well, because like these can just fly. I might get that one out without damaging it. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, see what I mean by flying? It didn't fly one right here. It looks like I have an extra one here. Hopefully that one's not damaged. This one right here in the actual neck might be kind of hard, and I probably will have to skip unless I can get it like this. You're gonna want to pick at it a while. And it probably will bend, and that is a way to get it out. You can probably use something to secure it back in place, like something alternative. Actually, I forgot to like remove the batteries in this. What am I doing? Set those aside. Yeah, remove the batteries when you work on stuff. Mainly if you're doing like board work or like places where there's a ton of wires. Yeah, definitely remove the batteries. This there's only these wires, I guess. It'd be fine, but I'm gonna remove batteries anyway, because that's what you really should do. You're repairing these. Have no power. Hell no. Okay, this one could be a pause, maybe. Unless I can... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pause for right now. Get that out, hopefully. Okay, I'm finally back. That did take a hot minute to get that one out right there. I ended up kind of damaging it in the process. It's bent a bit, but that's okay. The shaft is still in there pretty dang tight, but it'll at least make it possible to open this now. Alright, so next up we gotta take this off. So you're gonna want to slide this out right here. Alrighty, so the head's now limp. Then just pry the head moving piece off right here. That's how the head moves. So, oh, that one was actually pretty easy. Sometimes those are in there way tighter. Is the shaft split? No, it doesn't look split. So I think it's alright. But yeah, okay. I thought that wasn't meant to be that loose. Sometimes the shaft can pull out, and that would require you to take this arm off, which is 2 screws right there, and then it like snaps out like that. Yeah, because those 2 screws hold it on right there. Alright, so now you got everything off this side. Now we can take the gearbox apart. Get it on frame. So there are 5 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. This one you have to get the mechanism up like this, the bobbing part up, to actually get to the screw. So, which I have it like that right now, because there's a plastic piece in the way that would prevent you to get to that screw. So, yeah, let's take all these screws out now. I went down again, so I'm gonna spin that arm. There we go. I can get this one. Alright, now let's split this whole thing in half here. Reminder of this square shaft right here. You have to pull it out quite a few ways to do that. Alright. So it's splitting in half right now, and I gotta watch that bigger shaft right there. Get it over the plastic. There we go. And this is still on there. That thing will not come out for some reason, but yeah. There's your motor. The big motor. And I guess you can take that off right there, the head. And this right there is the gearbox. 4 gears. got the one that always splits right there. This is a 9-tooth gear with a 2mm hole because the shaft is 2mm. It's not an 8-tooth like the bottom mech is. There's how the bobbing works right there. It's attached to this mill gear and it moves it up and down right there. And that one's for both the arms and the head. In the big, because of the big shaft there. Alright, so now I get the gear off. Since that gear is actually like split, this pulley should like pull out really easily. Way more easily. Yeah, it's pulling out with like no effort or force. Really. You just have to grab it right though. And there we go. I wouldn't take the pulley out when the gearbox is closed because the gear can get lost inside the gearbox and you have to dig around for it. That's not always very fun. So now I can take that split gear out right there. Oh, this is actually like a weird gear. It has a little plate right here. But yeah, I don't know if the camera can see it, but there is a split. You can see the split in it. That's why it came off the shaft so easily, and that's why it was ticking really loudly. Because that's broken. It's supposed to be tight on the shaft, not loose. Alrighty, so you get the pulley, stick it back in here. And hole, please. Alrighty. Now you got a good gear. Now you gotta push that on. You don't have to push it all the way down, because that'll be for the similar thing that we did to here, and I already got on the shaft right there. This is slid down kind of easily. No, I don't think that gear should not be split. There should be a good gear. I'll have to test that and see. I don't know why it slid down kind of easy there, but the gear seems to be on, and I'm likely gonna test that. So anyways, once you do have the gear on, if you did it like that, you can put the mech back together, which you gotta line up the shafts here. So put that big shaft right here in first. I want to get it in the plastic part in the middle here first. Then that here. This can be a little bit stupid, but it gets in. There we go. And you get to line up the shafts that are in the middle right there, as well as motors. Sometimes these don't always slide in very well, and I'm forgetting to put the head on right here. I want to do that if the shaft is like stuck in place. The backside right here is where the movement shaft, the head movement shaft is gonna be. Put it in the middle one here for this shaft. There we go. There's the head on. Now hopefully we can close that up. What is not making it close? The shafts seem to be in. Is it the motor that's not right now? Because there's like little pegs on this side right here that go into the little holes in the motor, and motor can get out of line and then it's not very fun. But the motor is pretty loose. I don't know why they don't attach it to the other side if it's even possible. Okay, that shaft came out right there. Line up that. You gonna close for me, please? No. So this motor is being a problem with the pegs right here. Hopefully I can get it on camera, but like right where the motor sits is little pegs. And the camera can see it, but it's really not that fun to get that in there. Finally going in right, please. Yeah, you're always gonna have a technical difficulty no matter what. It is unfortunate. This motor is not cooperating with those little pegs there. Okay, insert it in the front first, please. If the wires don't be an idiot or something. This is why I mainly like doing this off camera, because stupid stuff like this always happens. And it's kind of embarrassing to have it on camera. And you're just trying to do a tutorial video. What is that? Does that need to be on like laser perfect or something? I don't know. Trying to line it up is not fun. I will tell you that. That part's closing, but yeah, it's just the motor that's not really wanting to close. I do want as little cuts as possible, but like, this is just ridiculous for that. For no cuts. There we go. Alright, the motor finally went in place. Thank God I did not have to cut that. And, I am immediately going to put a screw in just to test this out, because I don't want to deal with that again. That gear should be fine. Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds way better than before. And that pulley is spinning. the rubber belt on. This like trashy one for right now. Let's just see if that works. It's fine to test them while they're apart if you want to see if it works right now. So I'm gonna move out of the way so that arm can move right. There's the whole mechanism. Let's see. Much better. It's much smoother. Still don't know why the gear went on that loose, but it's not loud no more. It's actually a good gear. So yeah, now that you got the gear replaced, you gotta put this thing back together. So put all your screws back in the gearbox first. Make sure they're not extremely tight, but this one you do want it. This bottom one you do want kind of tight because it stabilizes the character as well. Especially when the actual skin is put on. Probably want to test it again when you have the screws on. Make sure they're not overly tight. Make sure the mech still does work here. Yeah, that's alright. So, alright, now we gotta put all this back together. So, deal with the belt later, I guess. So, headpiece. You're gonna want to line it up with the square hole in the square shaft here. So, there we go. So, it's gonna insert in, and I'm gonna put that back in as well as you're doing that. And that hole there. Just slide that all the way down. Now for this piece here, it kind of clips in with this clip right there. There's a spot right there. And then the screw, put that in so it doesn't fall off. You want to make sure it's lined up, and yeah, it looks good. So now this gear goes in, and it's the same as the head movement piece. It's a square shaft. You gotta line it up here. Just all the way down. I slide the arm on, and it literally is a slide. You can have it positioned how you want as well. So, go to the back right here, you can see the slide pieces. There's, I'll use the arm to point, so get on camera. So there's one under the motor right here. Well, two on the ring there and there. And there's one where my thumb is right there. So be careful with the wire, and put it through. You gotta get it like this, and then just, oh yeah, the bottom piece right here is what slides into the bottom. The bottom slide in right there. So just like that. And you can pull that out again to adjust the arm however you want it, and put the screw. That one's kind of tight screw to put in, but there you go. You've reassembled the mechanism. I'm gonna try and put those rings back in right here. This one go back in. Try on this one actually. This one does still feel like it would fit on quite well. And I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get back on, but well, it's like pushing a gear on again. There we go. I think I had it pushed on a little too far. But it did go on. Yeah, it's kind of bending that a little bit, so I'm gonna push that a little too far on accidentally, so I'm gonna gently move it upwards the flat head. To where the wheel is not bending. I'm actually gonna do it with the pliers, might be a little easier. Oh. Careful of your fingers too, you might stab yourself a few times, and I've definitely had it happen like way more than you can probably imagine, and it's gonna happen. And you're gonna bleed a bit as well, so be very cautious of that. Okay, this thing is being a little bit of a pain now. I just want to move you up a little bit, please. It's going up a little bit. There we go. That's no longer being bent, so that's all right. And this right here, that shaft will not come out no matter what. So I think I'm just gonna leave that as is. So now you can put your skin back on by putting arms back through here. Which is pretty simple, at least. So like that, you might want to activate it a little bit to Actually get that arm in. Go. Now you put up the head. Put up everything else too. Putting that. Now put up the head. There's a little pocket in here. For the mummy specifically. Stay in there, Cotton. Push the arms in all the way. There you go. No more grinding and it works great. That is how you fix the top mechanism in a grave raver. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. I know this video is kind of boring in a few parts and probably not as well done as the twisting mech video I did, but I still thought that was alright. So yeah, thank you for watching if you made it this far. Bye. Bye.